Hello again and welcome back to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. If you've been following my channel for a while, you already know we don't just cover the headlines, we dig deeper. We explore the stories behind the stories, and today is no different. Buckle up, because we're about to dive into one of the most surprising and surprisingly touching celebrity stories of the year. We're talking about none other than Yağmur Yücel and Bahar Bakta, two stars whose names you've probably seen everywhere lately. Not because of a new TV show, or a dramatic breakup, or some social media feud, but because of something entirely different, something refreshingly positive. They got married. Yes, really. And not just in any way. In a lightning ceremony. But before we unpack what that means and why it matters, let me remind you to hit that like button if you're enjoying the video so far. It really helps me continue to grow this little community we've built together. Also, if you want to go the extra mile and get even more behind-the-scenes content, consider joining the channel using the join button just below. Every little bit of support truly makes a difference. Alright, let's get into it. So, a lightning ceremony. It sounds dramatic, doesn't it? Like something straight out of a movie. And honestly, it kind of is. The idea of two people, swept up in the intensity of their emotions, deciding to commit to one another without months of planning or dozens of fittings or hundreds of guests. It's romantic in the purest sense, but with Yağmur and Bahar, the story feels even more captivating because of who they are and where they come from. Let's start with Yağmur. She's not just a beautiful face on screen. Over the years, she's built a reputation for being thoughtful, intelligent, and deeply committed to her craft. From early roles in indie dramas to breakthrough performances in mainstream series, she's always brought a quiet strength to her characters. Fans love her not just for her talent, but for the way she carries herself with grace, humility, and a sense of authenticity that's rare in the industry. Bahar, on the other hand, has always been a bit more enigmatic. With his brooding good looks and intense performances, he quickly became a fan favorite. But unlike many of his peers, Bahar never seemed overly interested in fame for fame's sake. He kept his private life, well, private, and that only made people more curious. So when rumors began to swirl that he and Yağmur were more than just colleagues, people took notice. At first, the signs were subtle. A shared laugh at a press event, a glance that lingered a little too long. Then came the occasional social media post, nothing overt, nothing that screamed couple, but just enough to spark speculation. Still, they said nothing. No confirmations, no denials, just silence. And in today's world, where everything is overshared and overanalyzed, that silence spoke volumes. Then suddenly news broke that they were married. No engagement announcement, no leaked photos from a wedding planner's Instagram, no tip-offs to the tabloids. Just one piece of verified news. Yağmur Yücel and Bahar Bakta had tied the knot in a private, intimate, lightning ceremony, and of course, the internet exploded. Now, what exactly is a lightning wedding? The term comes from the idea of something happening fast and unexpectedly, like a bolt of lightning. In celebrity terms, it usually means a wedding that's planned quickly, held privately, and attended by only the closest of friends and family, if anyone at all. No press coverage, no magazine exclusives, no elaborate pretense, just love. And maybe that's why people are so fascinated by it. Because in an industry known for excess over-the-top weddings with guest lists in the hundreds, designer gowns worth tens of thousands of dollars, drone footage, PR contracts, and exclusive deals with luxury brands, this kind of simplicity stands out. It's bold in its own way. And that boldness reflects who Yağmur and Bahar are, or at least who they've become. They've spent years under the microscope. Every interview, every appearance, every photo has been picked apart. So perhaps it's not so surprising that when it came to their most personal decision, they chose privacy over publicity. Still, that didn't stop fans from celebrating. Almost immediately, social media lit up with reactions. Fans flooded Twitter and Instagram with messages of love and congratulations. Fan pages began compiling every known interaction between the two, trying to piece together a timeline. And everywhere you looked, people were debating one question: why now? Some say the couple had been planning this for a while and simply chose not to share it. Others believe the decision was spontaneous, perhaps prompted by a quiet moment of clarity or a conversation that brought everything into focus. Maybe they just looked at each other one day and thought, why wait? Whatever the reason, the result is the same: a moment of real emotion in an industry that so often feels manufactured. And for many people, that's something worth celebrating. Of course, this isn't the first lightning ceremony in the entertainment world. There have been others in Hollywood, in Bollywood, and yes, even in Turkey. But there's something about this couple that makes it feel different. Maybe it's the way they've always carried themselves. Maybe it's their refusal to play the media game. Or maybe it's just that, after years of speculation and uncertainty, people are happy to see something real. It's also worth noting that this decision might signal a shift in how celebrities approach their relationships. We're seeing more and more stars stepping away from the spotlight when it comes to personal milestones. They're opting for authenticity over spectacle, meaning over marketing. And while that might disappoint gossip magazines and tabloids, it's actually refreshing for fans who crave something genuine. In the coming weeks, we may learn more. Maybe they'll do an interview. Maybe they'll share a photo. Or maybe they won't. Maybe this one moment will remain just theirs. And if that's the case, I think we should respect that. What matters most is that they seem happy. Truly happy. And in the end, isn't that what we all want? So as we wrap up this video, I want to say thank you for spending your time with me today. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most heartfelt stories to come out of the entertainment world in a long time. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. It really does help keep this channel going. And let me know in the comments, what do you think about lightning weddings? Would you ever consider one? Do you think celebrities should keep more of their private lives private? Until next time, take care of yourselves, stay curious, and remember, sometimes the best stories are the ones that unfold when nobody's watching. See you in the next video.